Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Peace Dealer. And as you have seen appropriately on this title, we are at war. Right now, as you're watching this, I'm not really speaking of a projected date, and I'm not necessarily talking about any recent events in the past, but I am talking about right now. As you watch this, we are at war. Please understand that with the current climate we are in, forces that be are trying to play it off like it isn't on. Thankfully, I don't think I have to really convince most of you of this. You've seen enough on your own. If you've watched this channel, you know very numerous times I talk a lot about us being in a spiritual war. And let me not say I talk about it. I acknowledge with all of you that we are in a spiritual war. I don't even think that needs much debate. But this war I'm talking about is as real and physical and is a direct manifestation of the spiritual war that has been fought. And before I go into this, I would like to share a very, very, very important parable. The book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 24 to 30. Fascinating parable where Jesus speaks of the kingdom of heaven being like a man sowing a good seed in a farm. And when everybody goes to sleep, an enemy infiltrates and plants bad seeds. And everybody wakes up, and after a while, when they crop up from the dirt, some people start freaking out. What are we gonna do? Someone has planted some bad seeds with this good seeds. We need to get rid of it. And with the wisdom of the person who planted the seeds, they're like, it's all good. If we pull out the weeds, it's going to bring out the actual good seeds we planted. Let them grow first. Give it time. Let it grow out. And as it grew out, they took everything that was the weeds and brought with them, and they took the tares and they burned them in the fire. Our government, expressed in territories all around the world, have been infiltrated with deep state agents and personnel who are ready to stop at nothing at all costs to not only take this over, but if they have to use you and get rid of you in the process or divide you against other well-meaning people, they will. Please don't think this is to necessarily fear-monger you, but it's hypocritical of me to use my platform of influence and either pretend this isn't going on or be afraid in any way to speak up about this. You can make fun of me, you can call me a conspiracy theorist, you can say that I'm full of shit, but at the end of the day, this video is going to be up. And when everything that I speak on in this video continues to happen, that will speak for itself. This isn't really meant to convince you of anything, because you are the proof. This war is being fought over you. And I'm going to say this one more time. We are at war right now. It is a fact that there are police officers and Antifa terrorists who are inciting and agitating riots. That is treason. Not every police officer is bad. Not every black person is a thug. Not every Asian is super smart. Not every woman is a gold digger. Not every person is bad. But you do have people who pledge their allegiance to the father of this world, who bears themselves as a false light, and we are reaching a critical juncture and state where the wheats and tares are grown. So now you know who's who. And so I'm going to say this yet again. We are at war right now. Please do not wait for there to be guns flying and for the media to tell you that a bomb was deployed. If you need to see that, or if you need to see the devil bare its horns before you know what's going on, my friend, you may have already been deceived this whole time, but it's okay. Because the greatest adventure of our entire lives is opening up for the next 6 months. And over the next 6 months, there's some insight that I would like to share in order for you to at least gain understanding on how to maneuver during this state before you hear it anywhere else, although most of you already know, the fact that right now, this very moment, we are at war. Like I said earlier, there is a deep state agenda to take advantage of positions in high authority in order to confuse the people and to take over our government. And as the people, we cannot allow this to happen. This is not just happening in America. I want to say this again. This is not you versus the cops. There are good people in this infrastructure. There are good people in this Congress. There are good people in your friends. But not all your friends are who you think they are. And you know this. You don't need me to really debate this. But trust me. Trust me when I say some people only know you because they were meant to just keep tabs on you. Some people purposely keep the relationships with you superficial. You would be surprised to find out more people than you think are either Freemasons or CIA operatives. But whether they are part of those exact organizations or not, you will know who these people are by the fruit they produce. So be very, very, very careful. Because now that everything is coming out in the open and people are expressing what they really believe, you're realizing more than ever that not everyone is who you think they are. And not everybody is your friend like you may believe they are. Not everyone may see you as a friend like you may think they do. It doesn't matter if you've known this person for years. That doesn't mean things can't change. It doesn't matter how close these people are, even if they're family members. Remember, Ephesians 6:12, for our enemy is not flesh and blood, but principalities, powers, and spiritual forces of darkness in high places. So it's very, very important to exercise discernment and don't take it personal or be put off when you start to see people show their true colors. Remember, over the next 6 months, especially with this portal that we've activated with this new moon in Gemini cycle, we're going to really be uncovering new understandings of things that we didn't know like we thought. This is going to apply to people who you may have assumed you were going to be friends with forever. As you are now revealing true aspects of yourself, others are revealing true aspects of themselves and also revealing what they feel about the true you. Not the you that they envisioned in their head that was you. This may very well be the most important part of this. You want to forget everything that you think you know. The most important part about this revolution and war is you. You have a story that needs to be told. Or you've already told it. Shout out to those of you who are telling it. You have a story. Everyone has a unique experience. Everyone has a part to play. Everyone has a piece of the puzzle. You are the most important part of this. And if they can discredit your experience and story through whatever, they will. It is up to you to not let that happen. and it's up to you to share it with like-minded people. For those of you who follow me on World War Zero, you know I've said this is the year that we recruit for guild wars before next year we actually go to war. And so as you really connect with like-minded people, be very, 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 very mindful that you really want to forget everything you think you know. Not necessarily everything you know, because you know what you know. But everything that you think you know, wipe it clean, and imagine that you're going on an epic adventure over the next 6 months to really discover everything new again. You may be very surprised with everything you discover. Please understand that just because there's this illusion of peace doesn't mean that you can't get it at any time. It's very important you stay vigilant and you trust your subconscious, you trust your intuition when things feel off, okay? The forces that we're dealing with have infiltrated infrastructure in our police system, in our Congress, in certain government positions, like the governor, like mayors. And you may think that this just extends to the government. Oh, this is just a government problem. Don't trust the government. You may not realize it extends at every level too. Trust me when I say there are people who you think you know, but you really don't. And these details are going to come out to light, and it's going to make you think different. Maybe you didn't think about it before, but it's going to start adding up. And the way things are right now, people don't even realize how they're exposing themselves. So trust what people reveal to you the first time. Some of you are desperately trying to convince people of the right thing to do, not realizing that their hearts want to do wrong. And you're trying to convince them to go on a path that only you're probably supposed to walk. You know what you must do and with who. But the most important thing is, don't think that because we have this illusion of peace, and certain people might purport that things aren't as serious as they are, that you can't get targeted. Remember, you might be busy thinking, oh, I'm not famous, I don't have a lot of money, no one's worried about what I think, forgetting you are the most revolutionary part about this war. This is why billions of dollars of advertising is spent to get your attention. Be very, very careful how you move. Nothing is random. And everybody who you deal with is not just anybody, okay? I'm only saying this not to scare you, but for you to trust yourself if you ever feel off, and for just to be vigilant, okay? When you go out, when you connect with people, know that things aren't necessarily just as they seem. I'm not saying this for you to be paranoid everywhere you go, like, is this person an agent? Is this person an agent? Because trust me, you're on an adventure that you're going to discover how to do what you have to do and how to maneuver. Remember, this is a war. You will know the details. It's okay if you don't know all the details right now. These will all surface as soon as September. It's okay if you don't know what to do right now. You will know what to do. And when you will know what to do, stay vigilant and stay true. That's all I'm saying. If you don't know what to do right now, it's okay. Sit and contemplate this information, but you must know it's going down. Be very, 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 very careful at people who don't respond and align with the truth you speak. That is an expression of deception. It's black and white right now. Stop trying to make excuses for people because you're afraid of disagreeing with them, or because you're giving them the benefit of the doubt. This is life or death. Some of you are dealing with people who, yeah, you might have known them for a while, but they have no problem using you. And you can learn that the hard way. At the same token, there are valuable allies you are going to make as well. Not everyone is your enemy. And you'll be delightfully surprised to realize some people you never expect actually respect what you stand for and are willing to help as well. We are truly in this together. And that brings me to my last point, my friends. Do not believe the BS. We are going to go through some of the most weird and strange times. And we've already been through like the weirdest shit. But we're about to go through some very weird and strange times. Because everything that we've been feeling is coming up in our faces, and it's all happening fast. No matter how dire things look, no matter how crazy things get, no matter how hopeless you feel, do not give up. You have already won. The deception at play is to make you feel like you have to struggle or you have not won this victory. People around you will take your victories and twist it to make them look like losses, just so you don't feel happy about the victory you have, or just so you yourself might not see it as a victory. You can let people mind F you like this. Please, this is the most important rule. Or advice. If there's nothing else you remember, do not give up. Know in your heart you are victorious. As above, so below. You are still in a time and space continuum, so you have to get through it. You get through hell. You don't stay down here. Get through it. Do not listen to people who want to silence you. You have a story and you have your role to play. And if we all play our role, we will win this. No one is more important than the other. Please, you need to know you are victorious. But you must make it through. Make it to Sagittarius season. We have 2 boss battles, July and October. Make it to Capricorn season, where we have the final boss battle. And we step into 2021 together and victorious, fighting this war together. This year, we find those we recruit and expose those who have been agents against us this whole time. This is one of the most important videos I've ever made in my entire life. And so if you really resonate with what I'm saying, share this with someone you care about. Stay vigilant and stay blessed. Peace.